I said, your family was at her watching the boxing match. Meanwhile, I'm watching us go live.
Ooh, okay. Nasty with it. Nasty with it.
It's nasty
I feel
with
like
it.
you'd also be nasty with it with rolling this intro.
Good morning. Transcending history and the world. A tale of souls and swords eternally retold. Welcome to the stage of history retold.
Yeah, I've been waiting for this.
Check it out now. Third strike, yo.
Welcome back to the Happy Holiday program. I'm Adam.
I like it. I like it. Joe, what's up, everyone? What's up, Adam? How things been?
Shit, it's been all right. I've had a pretty mid-tier week. But actually, no, it wasn't even mid-tier. I will explain in great depth how my week went after you do. How was your week?
Okay. It's been pretty okay. Been busy for most of it. For example, today I had to deep clean my entire house simply because everyone in the house is getting sick. So we don't know what it is. So, we're just cleaning everything to, take care of that. I mean, it was a long time coming as well. I think it's been about since August. We did like the last like deep clean.
Damn.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, just spending time with family, playing some games. Unfortunately, not Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. I've been trying to log in and I have not been able to get in. I played I played the once last week on Friday, and ever since then, just not able to log in.
How long were those queues?
Unfortunate. I wasn't even able to get into a queue. Like it was that bad. I'm not even on a populated server, honestly. It is. I'm on the Ether data center, which it's the North American data center. I don't even think that's the most populated one, but I could be wrong. So the problem with the queue is that up until I think this Monday, the queue only went to 17,000, and if you were beyond, like if your number was any higher than that, it just straight up didn't let you in. Like it didn't even give you a queue number, and then they raised that to 20,000, and I still have had no luck with being able to log in.
Jesus Christ.
So, suffering from success, I guess.
Yeah, I've seen some pretty insane stories about this Endwalker queue nonsense. It's been really funny.
Yeah, it's fucking it's crazy. I've seen some people waited over 3 hours to log in, and I just can't. Like I would have to be doing something in the meantime because there's no way I would be able to just sit there for 3 hours and be like, "Ooh, I can't wait to play Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker."
I've seen people waiting for hours upon hours only to get to like in the low hundreds and then crash.
Yeah.
So
I've gotten the infamous 2002 error code several times. And I guarantee that if I with my luck, if I were to log in right now, I would get the exact same thing. So because
Jesus
it's just my
Lord.
But yeah, so I mean in place of that, I've been playing the 30th anniversary event for Destiny 2. And all things considered, the fact that Destiny hasn't been in the best spot for about a year now, ever since the release of Be Online. They've made some good strides with in the narrative department. Like the story has actually been engaging. It's been fun, but like content wise and replayability and like the core gameplay loop, it's been kind of struggling. And this event kind of brought it back a little bit. It introduced a bunch of new stuff. The free, because there are technically two tiers, I guess if you want to call them. The tier that's available to everyone is the activity called Dares of Eternity, and it's a lot of fun because there's a merchant in the game called Zur, if you're familiar, and he is a game show host. He actually narrates stuff that you do in the game and treats it as if it's a game show,
Hmm.
except the game show is for these higher beings that we know nothing about, and everyone's going crazy over the horse. The horse is so cool. It's a fucking star horse. It looks pretty cool. Um, so I've been having a lot of fun with that. I think it's something that we needed for a while because I feel everything that we do in Destiny kind of it tries to take itself too seriously sometimes, and it's nice to have like these just just chill and laid back events. We're just laughing at each other, laughing at the lines. He says a lot of lines that call back to older content. Like there's a boss, and he says, "Whether you wanted it or not, you stepped into a war with the Cabal," which is a funny callback to a Destiny 1 line in for a strike called Valis to Arc, which I found I like this event. It's a lot of fan service. It's very cool, very cool. On top of the free, there's obviously the paid $25 part, which comes with a bunch of new cosmetics, some new weapons, new gear, a new dungeon, and it's fun. The new dungeon is fun. I've already gone solo flawless, which means just to do it by yourself without dying. Because I'm that fucking sweat lord that needs to do everything on the first week.
Jesus Christ.
So I've got that done. I had a few people on my friends list message me, "How did you already do solo flawless? Just be built different, So yeah, I did that, and the part of some of the new weapons that are brought back are from Destiny, beloved or infamous, however you want to look at them. Destiny 1 weapons, those being the 1,000 yard stare, Matador 64, and Ayas Luna. So they from the rolls that I've gotten, they're good. Like they're better than, in my opinion, they're better than the other weapons that are in their slot. I think that especially Matador, because Matador is a certain frame that those shotguns don't tend to be as good. But then Matador came in and said, "Here, I have all the best perks, and I'm going to absolutely break the sandbox." And I haven't seen many people run it yet, but I feel like people are going to catch on. People are going to start to catch on and realize, oh shit, Matador is actually very good. Same with Ayas Luna, but Ayas Luna already has a lot of competition with other hand cannons. That's kind of It's like if you like it, if you have a good roll, it's probably going to be better. But yeah, so um, other than that, I mean, yeah, just been playing the event, having a lot of fun with it, which is nice. It makes me want to actually play Destiny 2, which is more than any of, well, I wouldn't say any of, but at least this past season can say. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, that's been my week, pretty busy, but, also been having fun. So I got to know how things been, Adam.
Where can the people find you?
Oh, how could I forget? If you want to hear me complaining about a certain drop I didn't get, or not being able to log into Final Fantasy 14, or just, general bullshit, you can follow me over on twitter.com/Kazanerdy. That's twitter.com/KAZANERDI.
So, you know that meme where it's that guy sitting in his room depressed and he says, life is meaningless, the universe is nothing but an endless void of destruction and chaos. And then he looks and sees something, he says, OMG, and suddenly, everything is okay. So, this week I was so unbelievably stressed. I've just been overworked. I've been having issues with my car. I've been fucking like just not getting enough sleep. And the sleep that I have been getting has been shit. And I was so fucked up this week. And then along comes Thursday. And on Thursday, I'm sitting there watching this fucking stupid Game Awards pre-show. And I'm thinking to myself, life is meaningless. The universe is nothing but a meaningless hellscape of lies, deceit, chaos, and destruction. OMG! Persona 4! and then everything negative went away. As soon as I saw Teddy, I knew that everything was gonna be okay. My week has been, like I said, I mean, I was stressed out, but like, you know, it wasn't that bad. I was exaggerating for the bit. I've just been working a lot this week. You know, I've just been playing a lot of Guilty Gear in my off time. You know, just seeing what that game's all about. It's fun. Certainly different than a lot of the games that I'm used to. A lot of the fighters I'm used to playing. It's like plays sort of like Street Fighter V, but with air options. That's what it feels like, honestly.
Okay.
So I like Guilty Gear Strive.
Yeah. Okay.
What's
Strive,
up? What's
okay,
up? What's up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah. I was gonna say I assume Strive, right? Yeah.
No, I'm not one of those fucking nerds on Twitter who's like, I'm never gonna play Strive. I'm only gonna play Guilty Gear Xrd Rev 2. Like, no one cares. Shut up. No, I'm playing Strive. It's been fun, and I've been playing a little bit of Max Payne 3 as well, because that, like I mentioned a couple weeks ago, that was made backwards compatible, and so I'm going back through that. That game is, it's certainly better than I remember it, because as much as I do like Max Payne 3, I feel like it is definitely the weakest of the trilogy, because it is just so different.
Yeah.
And it's not that being different is a bad thing. It's just that the neo-noir style of Max Payne, in my eyes, didn't really fit with the whole, mid-2000s City of God Brazilian action film aesthetic that the third one went for. But I am looking upon it a little bit more favorably, but I will say that Max Payne 1 and 2 are essentially perfect. But 3 is still good. As well as that, I've just been keeping up with the whole, with everything that's been going on. And that's really it that's been going on with me. If you want to find out about that, or if you want to go see my Game Awards, live tweets that I was doing, or anything in between, you can go find me on twitter.com/YoungDende. That is YVNGDENDE. YoungDende, YVNGDENDE. YoungDende. On to the news. A lot has happened this week, especially in regards to this past Thursday, December 9th. The Game Awards happened, and, well, there's a couple news stories that I want to talk about from that night, if that's okay.
Oh, it's not okay. It's not like this is, your podcast where you can talk about wherever you want. No, it's not okay.
Now, first things first, I will get this out of the way that I'm glad that Jeff Keighley at least said something about what's going on in the games industry, but the problem was that he didn't say Bobby Kotick's name, which was kind of the whole point.
Yeah.
To directly call out that guy for being a piece of shit. Which is really funny in direct contrast to what happened at Sony this past week. How one of their executives got fired.
Oh.
Do you know why you didn't hear about it?
Why did I not hear
Because
about
it was immediately handled internally without any sort of fucking song and dance as to whether or not they were going to do anything about it internally. Nope. They caught one of their execs with a fucking 15-year-old boy, and that dude was instantly fired. Frame one. He was gone as soon as they found out.
Whoa, what?
Hey man, play has no limits.
That's fucked. That is so fucked. Holy shit.
Yep, but they handled it as soon as they found out that guy was gone. Which is why we didn't hear about it, because they just handled it. In contrast to Activision Blizzard, who are intent on not just handling it and want to protract this fucking rigmarole for as far as it'll go. So, now on to the actual Game Awards. So the first big news of the night came in like 5 minutes in when Life is Strange won Games for Impact, which was awesome.
That's pretty cool. I didn't see that. Came in maybe 10 minutes after it started, and that was when they were starting like all the world premieres like back to back. But that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That was
Awesome.
that was the
Good
first thing in my series of live tweets was Let me scroll back past all the Sonic tweets. Oh man, yeah, that was at 7:36 p.m. First Game Awards tweet I had was, "Holy shit, dude! Life is Strange 1."
You love to see it. You
love to see it. I think that's like that's the most important award that they won that night. Maggie Robertson winning Best Performance. That was really nice to see. That was really good to see. She seemed really geeked about that. I was like, okay, nice. It's good stuff. You love to see it.
Yeah, she actually looked really excited. Very, very happy for her.
Now we also got Persona 4 Arena Ultimax coming to PS4, Switch, and Steam with all the content for $30. $30, bitch. $30. Do y'all know how hard I wished upon a motherfucking star? I got this PS3. I got this Xbox 360. I've been playing this shit this whole time, wishing and waiting, and now it's here.
It's here. Finally.
Finally. That's how I feel right now. I've been sitting here just labbing that game, playing through the stories, and just waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. Because I guess, I guess Shin Megami Tensei 5 must not have sold enough or something, because clearly Atlas has run out of funds. And so they decided, shit, gotta bring out a reliable Yunaru Kami.
Back to P4.
Bring it back to Persona 4. It will never die! Never! Persona 5 will die, and Persona 6 will die, and Persona 4 will just be there. Dancing to Specialist, living on forever.
Just when you think P4 is dead, what happens? That's right, a P4 kart racer.
Racing all afternoon. All right. Unironically, I would play a Persona-themed kart racing game.
Oh,
I would
for
play
sure.
that.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, just make it like Mario, like just instead of the fucking Mario Kart power-ups, you get like elemental shit. Oh yeah, it's over. Give him double dash character abilities. Yeah, it's over. That's
okay,
free money.
Okay, that's pretty cool. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, that's free right there. Okay, that is free. You're welcome, Atlas. You don't even have to send me royalties for that one. Actually, you do. Mail a check to 123 Sesame Street, addressed to my dick and balls. We got Alan Wake Dose, which looks awesome.
Dude, oh my god! Okay, so I was watching the Game Awards with some friends, and along with the P4AU announcement, where I was going crazy, and they were like, "What the fuck is wrong with this dude?" Alan Wake 2 being revealed was also one of those moments that I was just went ham. I was so fucking glad to see it. Especially right after the remasters coming out. You love it. You love to see it.
Yeah, dude. Sam Lake must be on top of the fucking world, man. You got the Alan Wake remasters, the Max Payne 20th anniversary, and the Alan Wake 2 reveal this year. Good on you, Sam Lake. You're a fucking legend. I love you. Now I've got 3 more stories. Okay, so here, what do you want for in terms of the 2 stories I'm going to get to before the last one? Do you want the good story or the bad story?
I feel like being an asshole and setting our viewers up for the bad story first. So let's hear it.
Okay. So there was this really cool game that was revealed. It was a Star Wars game, and I was sitting there, I was like, oh man, this looks awesome. Star Wars? I love Star Wars. I have since I was a child. You know what I mean? Star Wars Eclipse, that's a cool name. I wonder who's making this. Oh my god, it's Quantic Dream! No! Shut it down! Shut it down now! Get this game out of here!
I gotta ask.
David Cage.
Why? Okay, fair enough. I can.
That's his studio. It's his studio. I wonder if this game is going to prominently feature a white woman with short brown hair who takes a shower and gets naked half the time. He has done that in every single game he's made except for one, and that's how you know this guy's got a problem. They're also in the midst of a sexual harassment lawsuit. So, yeah, with their guys literally asking, "Hey, can we just lie in court? Can we just lie?"
Use me.
Yeah, I saw that headline somewhere. Maybe it was a comedy headline, but it's honestly so on brand with how Quantic Dream behaves that I wouldn't doubt it. So I was so excited for that game for the duration of the trailer until it said Quantic Dream. No, I'm not going to put my biases aside. Quantic Dream's a shit developer. They always make shit games. Even Detroit Become Human. Yeah, I played the fuck out of that. Sucks. So you know what? I wonder if Brian... No, I don't fuck with Heavy Rain. That game is funny to watch, but it's bad. Yes. It's awful. That game's awful. Okay. All of David Cage's games are carried on the backs of their performers and nothing else. All right. Like, I wonder how bad Brian Deckhart's back hurts from carrying all of Detroit Become Human, and to a lesser extent, Clancy Brown. Those two made that game the fucking phenomenon that it is. All right.
Fair. I can
Heavy Rain. Heavy Rain. I wouldn't say so much because none of the performances in that game are good at all. I fucking hate Heavy Rain, dude. It's so fucking
man.
I can't believe you like that shit. That game fucking sucks. Jason.
I think I did.
Jason. I'm Scott Shelby. I'm the Gordon Army killer. God, I'm Namin Jaden, dude. That game is so fucked. I played through that once. I got the best ending, and I said, "This game fucking blows," and I just never played it again. I didn't even finish Beyond Two Souls. I never even got to the end of that because I shut that off. I said,
never even played it.
So. Oh, that game fucking blows dicks. The only good parts of that game are Elliot Page and Willem Dafoe. That's it. You don't need to play that game. It is so utterly non-essential. Just don't play it.
Good to know. I mean, I had no plans on it, but...
I've also played fucking Indigo Prophecy and Omicron, the Nomad Soul, but we don't need to talk about those games. Those games are also awful. But you know what? I only played through Omicron because I watched the best friends do it back in the day. And that was very entertaining. And I said, wow, I've got to experience this shit for myself. Oh, God, I wish I didn't.
It's like, I wish I didn't go through with this.
It's fucking bad. And in some brighter news, some positive news, Sonic Heroes, the movie, it's coming out. Yeah, you saw that shit? You saw that shit?
Yes.
That trailer,
baby.
I know Idris Elba said that he wasn't going to make Knuckles sexy, but
I can't believe he lied like that.
You're allowed to
totally
just
aged
false advertising, false marketing, because Knuckles. Damn,
Knuckles.
You know what I found really funny was that Ben Schwartz came out on stage and he was like, "We've got Colleen O'Shaughnessy as Tails." I think that was a direct jab at Nintendo for having Charles Martinet in the Mario movie, but not as Mario. That was like, oh man, really going for the jugular. What a petty bitch! I love it.
I feel like that. Yeah, I was totally taking a stab at Nintendo.
Yeah, but I mean, the first Sonic movie was good. It was really good, surprisingly good.
I was surprised to hear that people didn't like that movie. I'm gonna be honest, because I
didn't know anyone didn't like that movie.
Yeah, no. I did have a conversation with a few people that thought that it was kind of like cheesy and that it wasn't good. It's like, yeah, it's a video game movie.
Wow, imagine hating fun. Wow.
It's a fucking video game movie. You're not going there to have the cinematic experience of a lifetime. It's a fucking video game.
It is not only a video game movie, but it's a video game movie about a video game character specifically marketed towards children. Yeah. So, what a fucking idiot. Imagine just hating fun. Like, I'd understand if you're a little jaded because Detective Pikachu is kind of iffy, but you know what?
I enjoyed Detective Pikachu as well. I mean,
yeah, but I think it's just like a weird concept to just have a Pokemon movie where Pikachu is just voiced by Ryan fucking Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds.
As opposed to just having some woman say Pika Pika. Like, live action Pokemon can be done. You just have to, have multiple human characters.
I mean, well, sometimes when In the case of Detective Pikachu, I feel like that was the better option rather than having a character just, like in this case, Pikachu just saying Pika Pika. Because I mean, what I'm thinking, right, is as an example, Jedi Fallen Order, BD1 doesn't say anything throughout the entire game,
Yep.
but we get that transcribed, and I feel like I don't know. I like. I don't know if that would work. Like, if that does work in a movie, I
It
don't think
does.
it would. I don't know. I'm not sure.
R2D2 does not say a fucking word throughout any Star Wars film, and yet it is very clear what his emotions are. Same with BD1. Doesn't say a fucking word, just beeps and chirps, and yet it is incredibly clear exactly what the droid is trying to say. Just by the pitch and the tone of the beeps and chirps. So you can have a character not speak like a spoken language and still be able to communicate effectively. You just have to know how to do it. You can do a Pika Pika. Maybe it could be like happy, like Pika Pika, or like curious, be like Pika Pika. Like, you can do that. Yeah, it could work. You just gotta do it right, And like, I mean, Pokemon has had good human characters before, i.e., like Misty and Brock as the companions. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I love jelly donuts, so it's like it can work, but I don't know. But anyways, Sonic 2 looks fucking fantastic. Tails looks awesome. The sort of, I should say, final Robotnik design looks fucking cool, and I like how he's inside the floating egg pod. That's really cool.
Oh yeah.
And then I assume you mean the Chaos Emeralds. They got the Chaos Emerald, they got the Master Emerald and that shit. That shit looks good. Hell yeah. Sonic Heroes the movie looks good. Now all I gotta do is wait for the sequel when we get Gun and Maria Robotnik and Shadow the Hedgehog. Oh yeah. Can't wait for that one.
I'm gonna go off screen and say, damn.
Sonic 3 rated PG-13. Rated R. That'd be fucking hilarious.
Like, okay, but actually, I feel like that would be cool. And like, it wouldn't work.
No, it wouldn't.
But it would be, if we had like a fucking like Shadow the Hedgehog movie, as in stylized the same way as the game, it would.
No, shut the fuck up.
Like the game is so bad. No. Like the game is so bad that I genuinely have fun with it, and I feel like that would translate well into a movie.
My God. I've never heard someone unironically praise the shit of the Hedgehog game. I've never heard that once in my life.
If you turn your brain off and play the game, it is actually a shit ton of fun to hear all of the edgy dialogue from Shadow.
It's gonna be like Sonic but with guns, featuring Dante from the Devil May Cry. Oh man. And finally, oh yeah, disappointing news. SMT5 loses JRPG of the year, RPG of the year. That was a real gut punch.
Congrats, Tales of fans. Yes.
Great day for annoying people.
The thing is, like, I've played one Tales game and I thought it was okay, but come on, the SMT5, come on.
The only Tales game I played was Sonic 2. And finally, in terms of Game Awards news, the best news that we could have possibly received. Game of the Year going to It Takes Two. Josef Fares. I hope you enjoy not having genitals. I'm going to force you to part ways from your genitalia, you motherfucker.
No, but yeah. It Takes Two winning Game of the Year. I'm still kind of sad that Psychonauts 2 didn't win a single award, and it would have been nice for it to win Game of the Year.
Yeah.
But I'll take it. I'll take it.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of bullshit, how come the only game to come out of RGG Studio this year to get nominated for a fucking Game Award was Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown?
Virtua Fighter, yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I do love that game and I love Virtua Fighter, but like Lost Judgment though?
Yeah, right.
That game was a fucking hitter. And they just nothing. Just nothing.
Not to have. But
so overall, I think this Game Awards is pretty mid.
Pretty mid. Yeah, I would say fucking mid as hell. Like
I didn't give a shit for like half the announcements, honestly. Like the only announcements that I cared about were Persona 4, Alan Wake's, and Sonic 2. And those that's 3 announcements. Out of a fucking like 3-hour show where like most of it was just announcements. So
yeah.
Good lucks to the what's up?
No, I completely forgot. I'm sorry, but I completely forgot. You know the game that made me absolutely lose my shit? Like what? I saw the announcement trailer and I started dying.
What's up?
I don't even remember the name of it, but the wrestling battle royale. Did you see it?
Let me.
The wrestling. It's
that one. Like that one. Yeah. That looked like fucking dog shit. Yeah. Oh my god, that one. The one by Epic Games. Oh my god, that fucking dog shit. Rumbleverse. See, that game looked so bad. I immediately blocked it out because like I was already mentally tuning out of that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I tuned back in for a single second to see if I missed something, and I just see the face of this giant fucking mohawked spike pad fist of the North Star ripoff looking ass bitch going like I was like, oh, what the fuck is that? What is that? What the fuck is that? So I said nope. And
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, it's just I was just gonna say I don't think I've ever genuinely had a laugh at a game announcement until that reveal.
Yeah, that was pretty awful.
Oh my god, does it look so bad? It's gonna be a month in. It's gonna go free to play, guaranteed. If it doesn't already launch.
I hope a month in it goes to fuck itself. That's what I hope it does.
Like the one, it's just gonna be Rocket Arena all over again.
I hope that game dies on Impact. I hope that game dies before it even impacts. Fuck it. Fuck it. I hate it.
Fuck that game.
What would you rate it? 0 out of 10.
Yeah. If I could go lower, trust me, I would.
Oh yeah, and speaking of announcements that we didn't talk about, FF7R coming to PC but through EGS. Imagine having a very requested game come to Steam and it's through fucking Epic. Fucking losers.
I'm fucking crying right now.
Imagine that.
Just go play the game on my PlayStation.
Do it.
But I'd just play it on my PC. And you know, I guess there are some other alternatives.
Nah, man, buy that shit on PlayStation, bro. Support the official release, just not on PC.
On PC, no. I was gonna say not on PC.
Not on PC. Go support the official release. Just go give Sony your money. They'll do better with it. They'll do better.
I hope so.
Clearly, they've demonstrated that they're willing to just handle some shit and not let that shit get out. Unlike Activision.
Wait, I thought the PlayStation for PC or PlayStation PC brand was supposed to show something here, and they just didn't.
What do you mean?
Like, I thought they were supposed to show something at the Game Awards, but I guess not.
No. I think Sony's just going to handle their own announcements from now on, which I'm fine with. Their showcases are usually pretty lit, so I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I mean they're big enough to obviously fucking handle their own reveals, but
yeah, I'm fine with that. So overall, this Game Awards is pretty mid, pretty average. You like you said, you rated 4 out of 10. I'd probably give it like a 5 just because Reggie showed up. He bumped it up a point.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. I can, yeah.
So, I mean, I hope to God that the next Oscars isn't just half the fucking runtime, isn't just advertisements. Also, speaking of petty bitches, you saw that segment where Guillermo del Toro came out?
Yeah.
He was like, Silent Hill. I hope they make another one of those. I was like, you petty bitch.
Oh my God, yes.
You petty fucking bitch. I loved that. That was fantastic. Because, of course, you had to have the obligatory Kojima fucking appearance because Jeff Keighley will never do anything without fucking Kojima-san by his side, dude.
Yeah, fucking sucking him off, which shit, I guess the entire gaming industry is.
I mean, the man made Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, which, I mean, I get it, but you know what? Snake Eater is like one of the greatest games I've ever played in my life, dude. They said that someday you'll go through the rain and someday you'll eat on a tree frog. Like, people fucking kneel for the national anthem. I think that's disrespectful because every time I hear, what a thrill. It's funny.
Oh.
So, yeah, fuck the Game Awards, but also fuck the Oscars. But I love you, Joseph Fares. I hope you keep succeeding. That was so nice to see him win. That was so good. Like, I was really popping off on Twitter because that shit went. I was like, yo, the game fucking, that shit was great. Like, man, I don't know. Like, I had to at the guy I played the whole game with just all the way through. That was so fun. What was also really hilarious is when they were doing the intro to the Game Awards and they were showing off like that big montage of games. They had to show the scene of the elephant dying. You know what I mean? When Cody made him murder the elephant, I was like, damn, I already felt like a monster for having to do that. You didn't have to do it again.
Gotta relive through it.
Oh, it's really funny. Having to murder that elephant in It Takes Two impacted me harder than all of The Last of Us 2. When you are ostensibly doing the same thing, you're just doing what the game's telling you to do, and I felt infinitely worse for having to murder my daughter's favorite elephant toy via a brutal and protracted assassination attempt. As opposed to all of the violent acts you commit across all of Last of Us 2. I was like, man, It Takes Two did it better, okay?
Didn't the devs of for Last of Us 2, didn't Naughty Dog, didn't they I forgot exactly what it was, but weren't they trying to make you feel bad for killing an animal?
Yeah, they were.
Huh.
They were trying to make you feel bad for killing named NPCs that the story makes you kill. And like all the players were like, damn, I felt infinitely worse about just killing random ass dudes.
Wow, that's
because The Last of Us 2 fucking sucks. All right. So that game sucks ass.
Glad I never played it.
Well,
I did play the first one, and I kind of wanted more of it, and kind of just wanted to see part 2.
Okay, well, here's the thing, right? See, let's close down this Game Awards segment real quick. Overall rating, suck my balls out of 10. Okay, so I played a lot more of The Last of Us 1 than I thought. You know what's really funny? I tell this story every time I talk about The Last of Us, but I'm going to tell it again because I don't give a fuck. So my cousin got married in April, and I went down to Florida for the wedding, obviously. And like I say every fucking time, those two met because I got my cousin into playing Last of Us multiplayer. I got her into playing it, And that's where she met her future husband. I was like, okay, that's fucking beautiful. That's cute. That's awesome.
Last of Us multiplayer, huh? Okay.
Factions MP. So I love this. I played through The Last of Us 1 twice. I played through a lot of the Factions MP, specifically the mode where you only have one life. That was a fucking insane mode to play. That was so fun. And so I was initially, upon the reveal of Last of Us 2, I was hyped as fuck, especially when they had that trailer at that one E3. I believe it was 2018, maybe, where they had Joel and Ellie, and I was like, oh my god, this is fantastic. And as time went on, I kind of started to get more and more skeptical of whether or not the game would be good, especially after the story leaks came out. You know what I mean?
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, that was one of my, my reservations kind of set in, but against what I thought was my better judgment, I pre-ordered it, and I started it up, and I was kind of enjoying it at the beginning. I enjoyed everything up until Joel died, and then I was like, what the fuck? Fuck this game. This game's fucking stupid and shit. And I started to think more negatively about what I had just experienced, even though I'd liked that because I was so fucking bitter at that part. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it didn't really get much better because the game tried to make me feel bad about things that I was only doing just to get to the end fucking credits. Like, man, you can't make me feel bad about that kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're playing the game and it's trying to make you feel bad. That doesn't work. It doesn't work.
Like, it's trying to make me feel bad about killing people that I have no connection to. I'm like, wow, dude, fantastic. I felt worse when I had to kill the dogs. I was like, okay, that's pretty bad. Like, Ellie stabs a pregnant lady in the throat. I don't give a shit, But fucking Cody and May from It Takes Two murdered their child's favorite toy just to make their child cry. Yeah, that shit had me feeling like a fucking monster. All right.
Rest in peace, cutie.
Yeah, right? Fuck. But like still, I didn't really enjoy it. I thought it was kind of dumb, you know what I mean? I thought the story was not that it didn't make sense, but it just wasn't set up properly. And I feel like the game didn't know what it wanted to be. Because like the first part of the game, the first sort of major section of the game, I should say, is like a pseudo open world section. And it's really good, you know what I mean?
Okay.
And the game doesn't go for that sort of gameplay style ever again. At all.
That's okay. So they present this open world gameplay, and then you progress to the story and said, okay, that's done. That's over with.
See, the thing is, right? Uncharted 4 did that, where it's like you had like 9 levels, and then like midway through the game, you're just in the dune buggy, and you're going through that part in Madagascar,
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a pseudo open world, you can go around explore, and like that's like fine, you know what I mean? It's like you've had a bunch of regular Uncharted levels up to that point, and there's just a random pseudo open world section in the middle of it, and it's like okay, and they do that one more time towards the end of the game when you're on the boat and you're looking for the entrance to Libertalia, and I'm like okay, that's fine, that's good. But Last of Us 2 starts like that, and I'm like, oh, is this just gonna be the game? No, it's not. It's definitely not. And I thought that I was starting to sort of lose my negative opinion of it. Once I started playing through Abby and Lev's section, I really liked their chemistry, and I liked their set pieces and their actions. But I don't think that Abby's character was in any ways good at all. I think
good being evolve, like
no, it's not that Abby evolves. It's just that she makes a fucking baby face turn out of nowhere,
Oh, okay.
where it's it's like that, where she just out of nowhere just face turns, and I'm like, okay, that's weird. So I think the most egregious part of it was that they tried to make Joel retroactively a worse person. Because it's like, oh, Abby's dad was the doctor that was going to operate on Ellie. You know what I mean? And look, he saves wild zebras. This guy's totally awesome, and he loves his daughter. Wow, thanks for making me feel like even less of a piece of shit. You know what I mean? I felt like even less of an asshole for that. You know what I mean? It's like, oh wow, this guy saves zebras and loves his daughter, but he was still going to kill some random girl. You know what I mean? For a vaccine that wasn't even guaranteed, being manufactured by a bunch of people who didn't have any fucking know-how of how to make one. You know what I mean? They were just going to cut some young girl's brain out. It's like, wow, thanks for making me think that this guy was a really good person when it turns out he's just another one of the fucking idiots working for the Fireflies. Mm-hmm. Anyways, I think that, the game is about the cycle of violence, but it doesn't really dole out its rules consistently. Where it's like, oh man, those who seek revenge will have bad things happen to them. And it's like, Abby sought revenge, had most of her friends murdered, and still made it out okay. Why do you have to ruin Ellie's life? You know what I mean? There's like a
Yeah.
section at the end of the game, or like right before the epilogue, where Ellie's like living a relatively normal existence. And I'm like, okay, this is good. This is exactly what I'm here for. You know what I mean? And like out
Yeah.
of nowhere, it just shows Ellie having a fucking panic attack, and I'm like, in relation to Joel's death, and I'm like, where was this at any other point during the game? You know what I mean? Like that would be like if you go to the theaters to watch Spider-Man No Way Home, and in that movie he just has a random panic attack about Uncle Ben dying. Great. Where was this in the other like 9 films you were in, you piece of shit? You know what I mean?
So it's just completely out of the blue. It has no reason to be there.
It's not that it doesn't have any reason to be there, it's that it shouldn't have been at that specific point. It should have been earlier. It would have been better if it was earlier. If this would have been instead a callback to those panic attacks earlier, motivating Ellie to continue her search for revenge. You know what I mean? It's like it's like Ellie turns into like Son Goku or something, where all of a sudden at the very end of the game she's got this profound sense of honor, like, oh yeah, even though the person that I hate the most is on a fucking crucifix dying of blood loss, I could just shoot her in the head and go on about my fucking day. You know what I mean? No, I must fucking release her and be like, we must have this duel fairly. My name is Inigo Montoya. You murdered my father, Joel. Prepare to die. It's like, what the fuck? That game is just fucking stupid, and I'm not gonna trash on anybody else for liking that, because honestly, if you have like a genuinely honest and deep connection to that game, fine, enjoy yourself, good on me. But I feel like there's like a tendency to by the people who love that game to sort of think that everybody who hates that game is like an internet chud, and I'm the farthest thing you can be from an internet chud who hates women. I'm like I'm a fucking anarchist, bro. I'm a fucking far left activist. I'm like the furthest thing you could be from your typical Last of Us 2 hater. And yet, as soon as you say, yeah, I wasn't the biggest fan of that, people just be like, you hate women, don't you? I'm like, shut up, dude. Shut the fuck up. You know.
Is this something that's happened before from experience?
I've watched it happen time and time again in the year and a half since that game's been out. So, yes.
Wow. What a disappointment.
And it's like, oh wow, dude, Ellie's fucking excuse me. I don't know. I honestly feel like that game is just fucking idiotic. Like the whole like the whole reason for that game, like you'd think that I, of all people, would be all over it because like it's about, you know, failing to get closure for the people that you've lost, you know, and that's a theme in media that really hits home with me specifically because of my own lived experiences. And it's like, no, I think the whole setup is a fucking idiotic one. It's like, oh, the night before Joel is murdered, Ellie was getting harassed by some dude in the camp, and Joel stood up for her. She's getting harassed because she's gay, and some dude said something, and Joel stood up for her. And then Ellie got mad at him. I was like, are you fucking serious?
Like, why did Ellie get mad at him?
I don't know, because she's a fucking idiot. I don't know.
That's a good answer.
Because like it's like you remember that scene from the trailers where it's her and Dina at the dance and like they kiss and whatnot.
Yeah.
Cameras cut after that, and it shows some fucking homophobic asshole being an asshole. And then Joel steps up. He's like, hey, man, you're not going to talk shit about my daughter like that, you piece of shit. And then Ellie's like, hey, Joel, how about you fuck off? And I was sitting there watching, and I was like, honestly, if I were Joel, I'd fucking take my belt off and give you the fucking pow pow. You don't speak to me that way. Like, I don't deal with that. No. That shit was just wild. I'm like, how are you going to get mad at him for being a protective dad, bro? I thought y'all were fans of this whole father-daughter dynamic, and then all of a sudden this is happening?
Yeah, it's odd.
You know what I mean? Ellie, you're 18 years old. How about you fucking grow up? Like, I think she's actually like 19 or 20. Like, grow the fuck up. But
it sounds like she's damn. Because okay, obviously since I haven't played it.
Yeah.
Part 2. I haven't played part 2. I feel like Ellie, like from the from the first game, I kind of got the impression that she's a young girl, like pretty jokey, pretty comical person. Obviously, when things get serious, got to get down to it. And how much time has passed between
It's been
these
some years. I
two?
think it was like 5 or 6 years has passed since the first game.
Hmm,
I
okay.
don't remember Ellie cracking a joke at all during the game. I'm gonna be honest with you.
What's up?
I don't remember her cracking a joke at all during the second game. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Wow.
There are moments when she stops being a fucking edgelord and just chooses to be a nice person around Dina, and I'm like, okay, this is cute. I like this. And then as soon as those scenes are over, she's back to being like, I gotta find who killed Joel. Yeah, I'm Batman. I'm like, shut up. I hate that shit. Maybe if I was 12 years old, I think this was the fucking deepest game ever, but I'm not a fucking child. I'm not a fucking idiot, and I'm not impressed by edgelords anymore. You know what I mean?
I'm 12 and this is deep.
That's literally what this game is I'm 14 and this is deep. Like, I'm telling you, if this game would have come out like a year after Last of Us 1, I probably would have been like, this is the greatest game I've ever played in my life. But it didn't, and it's not. So, I'm just like, I'm just indifferent towards that game. But I feel like, I don't know. I think that another reason why I hate that game is just because the way that the staff reacted, specifically Neil Druckmann, he was kind of the main person behind the whole "if you don't like my game, then you're a piece of shit" camp.
Yeah, I did see a lot of that. Yeah,
That was his whole thing.
yeah.
And that's kind of why when he came out at the end of the Game Wars, I wanted to fucking punch him in the dick.
Wow.
I mean, he just like I thought he was like an industry trailblazer, and then he started being a fucking massive dick, and I said, yeah, never mind, fuck you. So.
That's an odd. I don't think what what gave this man that ego. Like
The fact that his game won like 70 Game of the Year awards or something, I don't fucking know. So.
Actual freak.
Yeah, I mean, if I had to give that game a rating because I didn't review it when it came out, I think I'd probably give it like a 6 out of 10.
I think you did make a video on it, right?
I made a video covering the news before it came out.
Oh, okay.
But if I had to give that game a rating, it's probably a 6. First game, I'd probably give that like a 8 or a 9.
8, yeah.
8 or 9. I don't think The Last of Us 1, like, as much as I like that game, I wouldn't put it anywhere near my top 20. Maybe like 35 on my top 100.
What about for first party games then? Just only Sony first parties.
I like Uncharted better. I would rather play any Uncharted rather than replay any Last of Us. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Okay.
Like if I was trapped on a desert island with only Sony first party exclusives, The Last of Us 1 and 2 would probably be at the bottom of that. I'd probably just be like, "Where's Uncharted 1 through 4? Where are those at? Bring them up, run them up. Let's do it." Like Uncharted, God of War, Spider-Man, fucking Final Fantasy VII Remake. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fuck it. I'd rather play Twisted Metal.
Ooh.
It's a real deep cut. MGS1. Yeah.
Crash, Jack and Daxter.
Oh, fucking Jack and Daxter. When are we gonna get another one of those, man? Come on. God, the hood needs a new Jack and Daxter. I'm telling you.
And that's on what?
And that's on fucking Phone M. That's on Greg Heffley, bro. I put that on Greg. Speaking of, the only reason I say this because I was in an 8-hour long Discord call last night with my friend.
Mm-hmm.
We're just shooting the shit, and I found out that a new Diary of a Wimpy Kid movie was on Netflix. Not on Netflix, Disney Plus. Disney Plus.
Yeah.
And I sat through it, and I was like, "This is pretty good."
Watched it?
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was actually pretty good.
Oh,
it's only an hour long. You're not losing that much time. It's a pretty decently sized condensation of the plot of the first novel, of the first book. And immediately afterwards, Disney Plus queued me up to watch the first live action one. I said, "You know what? I'm gonna just let it rock." And And I marathoned the first two Wimpy Kids after the new one. And I was like, man, these movies these are certified hood classics. No bullshit.
Scared. I got scared. I thought you were gonna start talking shit on them.
No. Certified hood classics.
This is a certified hood classic.
Those movies are so fucking actually good. It's wild how good those movies are.
I actually have Dog Days sitting somewhere in my closet.
Like a DVD.
Yeah.
Oh man, I can't believe I hit it with the DVD, not the Blu-ray treatment. Diary of a Wimpy Kid Dog Days doesn't seem like a movie people would own on Blu-ray. You know.
Hey, I see that collection there. I see you got Diary of a Wimpy Kid Dog Days. Oh yeah, it's my most prized collection.
Why is it in a giant fat black case? Don't worry about it. Why is it in a giant leather binder full of other CDs? Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it, sweetheart.
Gotta save on that case space. All right. Nah, man. I marathoned through all three of those shits. I was like, man, this is good stuff. Forgot. Those are the original trilogy right there.
The thing that I don't know if it's like the art style of the movie that came out, but it just looks weird because it looks like a hybrid
used to it. You get used to it. You get used to it. I promise. Yep. You get used to it.
And it's not like one of those where it switches in between real actors and then
nope, it's completely animated all the way.
And then okay.
Full gear animated. It is. You get used to it fast. I was like, wow, this sucks. I don't mind it actually.
This sucks. It's good.
Not that's good. It's just I don't mind it. I don't really like you just you stop minding it after about 10 minutes.
Okay,
it's like okay,
I might have to give it a watch then.
Yeah, surprisingly, comes surprisingly recommended. I'm like, okay, I like that.
Oh wait, did this come out? Oh no, this came out December because I looked it up on YouTube and I saw
it came out sometime in the past few. Oh, December 3rd.
Ah, okay.
Wow.
Yeah, I did see it on there, and I again was cautious. I didn't really want to watch it because the art style threw me off. But if you say it's worth watching, then I'll look at it. I'll see if it's actually worth, and I'll get back to you.
So you know what's really sexy?
Ooh,
legislature.
Legislature be so sexy is what you're telling me?
U.S. lawmakers have announced a bill to make the use of Scalper Bots illegal.
Oh, fuck. I'm sorry. I'm busting.
Uncontrollable semen release. It's happened, folks. Oh shit! You just busted a nut. Look again. Yep, I saw that article. So I was like, yes, okay, sir. That's cash money. That's sexy. Maybe you guys could start getting PS5s now, and I don't have to see any more angry people on Twitter.
Maybe scalpers can get a real job.
Honestly, that's like the main problem with it is because I was like midway through last year, some scalper group was like, hey, this is helping our guys put food on the table, and I was like, man, the only reason scalping sucks so much more for the PS5, Xbox Series releases is because of COVID. That's it.
Yeah.
Not just supply chain, not just anything else, but because people don't have jobs. That is the thing that I think is contributing to it the most. So, I'm glad to see lawmakers finally doing something pretty based. Based like Keanu Reeves laughing at NFTs.
Oh, I love his laugh.
He said that was a guttural laugh, dude. That's how you know he hates NFTs.
And the guy that was interviewing him was like, well, actually.
And so, like, when you think about the concept of digital scarcity and things that are, they can't be copied.
That are easily reproduced.
Well, but they're not the same, right?
Someone has to do like a Sigma male edit of that.
I'm on it. I am on it.
Oh shit! Yes, please. Oh god, I need that shit. I need that so bad. I need that in my life right now.
On a real note, though, I am very happy because I mean, on top of all, obviously there isn't enough supply for the amount of people that want a PS5 and Xbox and Switch. Um, the only thing I'm worried about is how are these going to be regulated? Because as if you've been on the internet for more than 5 minutes, you will know that these types of things don't really work. You look at video games like RMT, real money trading. In literally any video game, trading money for an in-game like item or clear, you're paying someone to do it for you. Those are technically against terms of service for every single video game, yet it happens. And I feel like I don't know if I'm not sure about how this is going to be regulated and if it's going to be effective, but we'll see.
There's got to be some way to do it, like in the way that it's possible for you to for your IP to be found, even if you're using a VPN or Onion or Garlic routing. There's got to be some way for retailers to like block multiple purchases from the same IP. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of stores, in order to combat scalping, have instituted you can only order them online and pick them up in the store, and one console per person. I know I saw, I believe at some Twitter thread about some guy at Best Buy caught a scalper and just loved watching him cry and have a bitchy reaction to not being able to get 13 PS5s, which is great. I love sipping those scalper tears. Makes me it's my favorite breakfast food aside from a sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffin from McDonald's. It's good stuff. I love it. I'm hopeful that this bill will pass. I hope, just like with the NFT thing, that the Democrats will put this in with like some fucking other important bill, and no one will notice, and it'll just get passed and just go along, hiding in the back of the ale cart or something. You know what I mean? Like,
I gotta ask. Along with the NFT thing, are they regulating NFTs? Are they putting taxes on them or something?
Yeah, we've covered it a couple podcasts ago, where every NFT transaction over $10,000 has to be reported to the IRS.
Oh right, yeah, we did.
Which sort of went against the whole point of what NFTs were, whereas like, there is no middleman. It's just straight up digital trading. Nah, not anymore.
Yeah.
People selling stuff for like $400,000 in Ethereum crypto now got to report that, and they're gonna get taxed on that. So it's good stuff.
God bless. Good stuff.
So I know this may mean nothing to you, right? But this new character for King of Fighters 15 named Krohnen got revealed.
Oh.
And Krohnen is quite significant. So I'm going to take this as a segment. I'm going to take this as sort of a segment to explain this to you, to have you see. So I'm going to put a picture in the Discord, okay? Who is this, Joe?
I don't know. Who is this?
Tetsuo from Akira? Have you never seen Akira before?
I got some news for you.
No! All right, that's it. AJAH is canceled. I'm sorry. This is our last podcast. Seriously? What the fuck are you doing? You've never seen Akira before. Are you fucking mad?
Hey, you're right. I don't even have an excuse for that.
Yeah, I know I'm right. I never miss. I've been factually correct, and I've never missed. I've been factually incorrect before, and I've never missed. All right. And you've never seen Akira?
I haven't. I'm gonna tell you I haven't.
I would like your black and Puerto Rican cards, please. Go ahead. Hand them over. You've lost
okay,
the rights.
Hold on. So you're asking me, right? The guy that took I'm still currently reading JoJo. The guy that took like 7 months to read Steel Ball Run. that if he's watched Akira.
Akira's 2 hours. It's
Okay, but everything that I have needed.
You've seen
or
Ghost in
that
the
I
Shell.
need. Okay, I mean, yeah, but
just as
what does that have
important
to do
from the
with-
same time period.
I mean,
You've seen all of Evangelion. Just as important
Yeah.
from the same time period.
yeah.
Akira
Okay,
walked
but-
so so that every anime you liked could run. I hope you understand that.
Okay.
Wow. Minus 10,000 social credit score, dude. Holy shit.
Oh, shut the fuck up! I genuinely despise that meme. Holy
I genuinely despise you for having never seen Akira, man.
man.
I cannot believe this. Man, now my entire analogies went through the shitter. All right, look at this character, okay? Does this character look at all similar to this guy?
Yes.
Yeah, the SNK got sued over this, okay? This guy you're looking at on the bottom, this guy's name is K49s, okay?
K49.
It is K-9999, otherwise known as K49s. That's what we call
Okay,
him.
I see. Okay. And they got sued over this character.
Both of these characters are damaged individuals who were experimented on and given psychological powers, and they look damn near exactly the same. Okay.
Okay.
So, SNK did eventually, bring back K49s as, somebody else. I believe it was, he was replaced by this other guy named Nameless.
That's actually like the name of the
The
character.
character's name was
Like, it's
called
not a
Nameless.
placeholder?
Nameless only ever appeared in King of Fighters 2002 Ultimate Match. Fun fact, voiced by Daisuke Ono.
Ah, okay.
And a double fun fact,
Yeah.
here's this Kyo Kusanagi with a Yee-ass haircut looking motherfucker Shingo. You'll never guess who voices Shingo. Takahito
Oh.
Koyasu.
Oh, cool.
Weird.
I see a pattern here.
Yeah. A lot of JoJo VAs have done King of Fighters voices. Anyway, so K49s gets replaced by Nameless. Nameless never shows up again. All right, and in the most recent trailer, because KOF 2002 is non-canon, because all the DreamHack games are non-canon. But at the Game Awards, there was a reveal for KOF 15 for this character called Krohnen, who is now legally distinct enough to be considered a new character. Like, I was watching because I was driving while I had the Game Awards on in the background, and I'm at a stoplight, and out of the corner of my eye, I see KOF 15. I'm like, oh, KOF 15. And then I see the red cape. I'm like, huh? Is that K49s? Oh no, it's not. It's just Clone Boy.
I did see your quote retweet.
Yep, I was like,
I was confused as to why, what the commotion was.
The K49Z? That's what this was, dude. This was
okay.
This is legally distinct K49s. Also, with the announcement of the next KOF 15 open beta, I'd have to check the date on it, but I believe it's the 16th, that sort of day, the next upcoming weekend. And it's going to have Terry and Rio, thank God. Finally, two characters who know how to fucking play.
Wait, are these betas limited on characters? Like, you can only have...
There's only 9 characters per beta. Because the last beta there was, you had Kyo, Iori, Chizuru, Yashiro, Chris, Shermie, Shune, and Dolores. And the next open beta is going to have Terry, Blue Mary, Ryo Sakazaki, Maiten-kun, Antonov, who else? Dolores, and K-Dash, Cedric's character, and Krohnen. So it's going to be starting on the 17th of December, running through to the 20th. My God, that is a nice time window. I like that a lot. It's an open beta test, so I don't think you have to have the game pre-ordered for that. But I could be wrong.
Okay, I might check it out.
I could be wrong. I know that I was able to get the beta because I had that pre-order on lock.
Well, duh. Of course, I don't expect anything less. I don't expect anything less.
Yeah, I mean, I've had that pre-order on lock since the day the pre-orders opened. So,
Have you gotten that pre-order on P4AU though? That's the real question.
I have to get that pre-order on. I want to get it on PS5 first.
Oh, okay. Wait, what did you?
Pre-orders are open on Steam. Pre-orders are open on Steam, but they're not. Okay. They're open on Steam, but they're not open on any other platforms. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say Dolores. I meant to say Isla. Dolores isn't in this one. I was factually wrong. Anyway, yeah, it looks. I'm excited. I'm so fucking ready for KOF 15. I had a great time with the last beta.
No, I'm sorry. No,
go ahead.
No, I wanted to ask. So are they still revealing new characters?
Yeah, we still got, I believe, 2 teams that haven't been fully revealed yet. And I think it is essentially confirmed at this point that Kim Kop-Wan isn't coming back, and that's really sad for me. Because Kim is one of the 6 characters that I know how to play in this series. One of the 6. Yeah, so we've got 2 teams that haven't been fully revealed yet, which is cool. I'm like, okay, I want to see what this is, and Kim doesn't fit in either of them. It's only launching with 39 characters, which is remarkably low for KOF standards. But there are going to be 6 DLCs, and there's probably going to be, what is it? There's probably going to be another DLC pack after that. So far, we've got confirmed. We've got the team hero with Shune, Meeten-kun, and Benimaru. We've got Sacred Treasures team with Kyoiori and Chizuru. The Fatal Fury team, Terry, Andy, and Joe, of course. The Art of Fighting team with Ryo, Robert, and King, surprisingly. The Orochi team with Yoshiro, Shirami, and Chris, classic. The Akari team with Leona, Ralph, and Clark, another classic. The Secret Agent team, which was a surprise, with Vanessa, Blue Mary, and Luong. The Women Fighters team, a.k.a. Team Super Heroine, with Athena, Mai, and Yuri. The Wrestling team with Antonov, Ramon, and King of Dinosaurs, a.k.a. T-Zoc. The Rivals team with Hyder, and Dolores, and Isla. And then the other 6 characters just fucking about. We've got Angel, Ash Crimson, K-Dash, Krohnen, Kukri, and Whip. And there's still, I think, 2 more characters left to get revealed in order to complete those teams. So I'm incredibly excited to see what's going on. I'm very interested. I love King of Fighters, love SNK. I've been saying that shit since like episode 2 of the podcast, I think. So,
very true.
So
very
I'm fucking ready. I'm down, and I'm gonna have a good ass time with this fucking beta, dude. I know you're gonna probably snore at this one, but did you see the trailer for that new GTA Online DLC though?
Okay, look.
Did you see it? Did you see it?
I did, and it looks good. It looks genuinely interesting. It's good to see Franklin black. It's good to see Franklin.
Get your politics out of my video games, dude.
Yeah, totally right. No, it's good to see him back. I'm just annoyed at the fact that it's online and not, a story DLC. I don't really see what the difference would be in just making it into a story, into like a story DLC instead of an online DLC. The only reason I see is because obviously they're going to monetize it somehow. But
we're 8 years down from the game release, and they canceled all the single player DLCs in 2015. I'm past complaining about that at this point.
But like, then you're telling me that this doesn't fit in as a
it does. Offline DLC? Oh, it does. But they said that they're never going to make a single player DLC for this game. They canceled all the plans for it. They canceled all the plans for it. You want to know why they're not going to make a single player DLC? Because the episodes from Liberty City sold like shit, and GTA Online makes too much money for them for that to ever be profitable.
I mean, it is. Is it a free update or is it paid?
Every update for GTA Online has been free.
Then how would that be any man?
Yep. Because they make more money off shark cards than they could ever make off of paid content.
But yeah,
I'm 8 years past I'm 8 years past complaining about that. Honestly, it's just falling on deaf ears.
Fair enough.
If you were a GTA YouTuber, people would eat that shit up for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and second breakfast, second lunch, and second dinner if you're making YouTube videos for fucking hobbits. But no, I don't think that's worth complaining about that anymore.
I did see it. Yes, to answer your question,
that shit looks good as fuck, doesn't it?
It does. It does.
Bet Tanisha want to fuck him now, huh? She ain't sleeping on this nigga now that he's rich.
Man's looking handsome as fuck.
Got Lamarian Chop in the back too. Love to see it. Love to fucking see it.
They got fucking Dre and Anderson .Paak.
I'm glad to see Anderson .Paak, but Dr. Dre can suck my fucking dick.
What the fuck did Dre do?
I have personal beef with Dr. Dre. It's personal.
Personal beef? You know this man on a personal level?
No, Dr. Dre just personally crossed me once because he like it's personal. I'll explain it to you after the podcast. I'm not gonna air that shit out on public. All right.
Okay. All right.
I've got personal beef with Dr. Dre. If I ever meet Dr. Dre, I'm slapping the shit out of him.
Damn, I feel like that's a threat. But
I'm just saying, if it ever happens, I will slap the shit out of him. But
I'm not saying I would. But if the opportunity came up,
I'm not saying I would stop myself. Okay. So, did you see the news that BlazBlue Central Fiction and BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle are being updated with rollback netcode?
Rollback, baby. Yes,
rollback netcode, aka get a fucking Ethernet cord netcode, aka if I see any of you fucking Persona 5 bitches on P4AU with Wi-Fi, that means you need to fucking stop playing the game and go get your fucking bag up. Rollback netcode, baby.
Get your money up, not your funny up.
Get your fucking if you're playing fighting games, all right. Gatekeeping time. I feel like if you own fighting games, you shouldn't be allowed to play online if you don't have a wire. Just me though.
Wait, how does Wi-Fi make a difference on rollback? I thought
packet loss. It's still bad on rollback. It's still bad on rollback. You can still have one-sided rollbacks. And still have your opponent teleporting across the screen. You can still lag very badly on rollback netcode.
Damn, I thought I was essentially told that rollback is like the end all be all.
It is. It is. It is. Let me put it to you this way: on delay-based netcode, 2 Ethernet players can have a bad game. With rollback netcode, there's a 99% chance they're going to have a flawless match. Okay. If it's one player on Ethernet and one player on Wi-Fi, there's going to be guaranteed lag either way. And if it's 2 players on Wi-Fi, they better be in the same fucking city. Otherwise, So
it's a mess. Okay.
Exactly. Rollback's the end all be all, but that's because most fighting game players now in 2021, being damn near 2 years into the pandemic at this point, have gotten wires. Some people are insistent on not wiring up, and those people go play something else.
Find something else to play.
This genre ain't for you, Chief. Go lag in Call of Duty. All right, they accept that there. They blame everything on lag in those fucking games. All right, but not my fucking Guilty Gear. Not my fucking Tekken. All right. Let me put it to you this way: I wasn't having bad matches on Virtua Fighter 5's shitty netcode until I started playing Wi-Fi players. Okay.
Oh.
Racist netcode. Yeah, it's like I remember when people were trying to ask Nintendo to put rollback in Smash, and then even the Wi-Fi players said that they don't want to play with Wi-Fi players. It's like, yeah, no one wants to play with Wi-Fi players because Wi-Fi players are all ass because their network connection sucks.
10 out of 10 times.
Nobody has that good Wi-Fi. You know why? Because good Wi-Fi is a myth. All right. Packet loss happens over Wi-Fi more times than any other kind of connection, okay? Get that Ethernet. Run your internet off of CCTVs. All right.
Damn.
I'm glad to see the BlazBlue community is doing well because a lot of people have been playing BlazBlue Central Fiction and keeping that game alive, and it's been good to see that game live on. I have a little bit of experience with BlazBlue, mainly because I bought Cross Tag Battle, just for the Persona 4 characters, of course.
Of course.
Do I look like I give a fuck about Ruby?
Obviously.
Do I look like I give a fuck about Undernight in Birth?
Speaking of Ruby, you you had to have seen those tweets that they sent to the Multiverses account.
Oh yeah, I was like, hey, you guys can put us in the game, right? You don't even need our permission, just do it. That's like real Hello Neighbor, tiny build vibes, Hey Matt Pat, you're gonna have a lot of fun.
Surely love this.
Hey Matt Pat, please reply to our DM.
On a real note, I have seen some people like I can probably go right now and have like 3 people on my friends list that are playing BlazBlue right now.
Yeah,
it's good. It's nice to see it because I don't know a lot about that game.
It is Guilty Gear. It's literally Guilty Gear Light. You know why?
Why is that?
BlazBlue only exists because Arxis couldn't make Guilty Gear in that time period. No bullshit. Arxis lost the rights to Guilty Gear and literally couldn't make it, so they said, okay, we'll make the next best thing. And they just made a Guilty Gear adjacent.
Wait, then who developed Guilty Gear Strive? Wait.
Arxis are the main developers for Guilty Gear, but they didn't have the rights to it.
They had lost the rights? How does that work?
Shit just happens, dude.
Shit. Well, it just happened one day. Like they woke up on the wrong side of the bed and they just couldn't develop Guilty Gear anymore, man.
I couldn't tell you all the details. Yes, the idea of a new Guilty Gear came about in 2008, but production had only started in 2011. Wow, I wonder why.
Interesting.
Because they lost the fucking
I wonder
rights.
what came up during that time.
BlazBlue, the original BlazBlue. Guilty Gear 2 released in 2007 in Japan. All right.
Mm-hmm.
BlazBlue first released in 2008.
Huh.
Because they could not make Guilty Gear.
Yeah. So, I didn't know that. Interesting.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you the finer details of the whole behind the scenes drama. I just know that Arxis literally only made BlazBlue because they could not make Guilty Gear. So
they went with something else. Okay.
Yeah. Probably has something to do with Daisuke, but I wouldn't know. Anyways. Yeah, I mean, I'm just glad to see the FGC doing well. Just glad to see rollback getting added in. Dragon Ball FighterZ players punch in the air right now.
For real.
Yeah.
For real. Has anything been done with that game? Like, it hasn't had any DLC, right? For a while.
It's had 3 DLC passes, and that shit ended like a couple months ago.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
How about y'all release a free DLC patch where you fucking put rollback in the game, you motherfuckers?
Actually, interestingly enough, did you see oh man, I would need to find their handle again. But there was this person on Twitter that was actually able to get rollback working on all Switch games. Of course, it has to be through an emulator, but they were able to get Fighters and Smash Bros working.
Oh, of course they were. You know why?
What's up?
Oh, I said of course they were, because it's a fucking emulator.
I mean,
people use Parsec to play games all the time. Parsec is what has been keeping Marvel 3 and Sam Show alive. No jokes.
No bullshit.
No, I'm completely serious. On PC, PC's been the main spot to play Sam Show and Marvel 3 because you can just connect through Parsec.
Yeah.
That has been the main thing that keeps those games alive. Rollback is what keeps JoJo alive on PC. It is what keeps every retro fighting game alive on PC because that is what Fight Kid uses. So yeah, no shit, they got rollback working. Rollback is a fucking godlike system of netcode developed by a bunch of Americans that Japanese people hate, the exception of Arc System Works. So.
Oh man, but it's nice to see that. It's still nice to see. I mean, it's crazy. It's still like absolutely wild to me that a sort of like one sort of netcode can just absolutely revive a game. That's
Yep.
crazy. Like nothing you wouldn't see anything like that in any other genre of game. It's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, it's just because fighting games are just built different. And you know, speaking of Arc System Works, Baiken was revealed for Guilty Gear Strive.
Oh, okay.
Great day for annoying people. It's me, I'm annoying people.
People.
I don't even play Baiken. I don't. I've never played Baiken ever. I played her once in Exert Rev 2, didn't give a shit. Played her once in Sam's Show, didn't really give too much of a shit. And now just coming to Strive. I'm still not going to put down Giovanna or Potemkin, though. So
you're not going to be annoying people? Not yet?
I am an annoying person. I do like Baiken, but I don't play as Baiken, though. Like, I don't give a shit. I don't like her gameplay. I don't, genuinely. Baiken, like, I don't, like, Baiken's not even in my, like, top 5 Guilty Gear characters. I'm going to cat with you.
Okay.
Yeah, like, being completely deadass. I just like her being around.
Just nice to see her. Okay.
No, yeah, no bullshit. Like, if I had to drop a Guilty Gear top 5 Guilty Gear characters, it'd be like, in no particular order, Geo, Pot, Sol, Sin Kisuke, and Kim Hyun. Baiken's like number 6. All right. So it's like,
barely.
it's like I just like having her around because I like samurai themed characters. That was why I was so interested in Nagoro Yuki before I actually put my hands on him and said, yeah, you know what, you just sit in the background and look cool. So
you look pretty, and
Yeah.
we'll actually take care of everything else. Okay.
Exactly. I mean, I can think of 2 very big reasons why people like Baiken, you know, but
Yeah. I can see 2 reasons.
BaikenFeet.jpg, dude.
Sorry? I cannot believe those words just came out of your mouth.
I think Arxis made that joke on Twitter. That's the only reason why I know that. I was like, Arxis made the joke. It was like, BaikenFeet.jpg already exists. You want to replace it? Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. Okay. I accidentally, I looked at, just to find this picture, I looked up BaikenFeet.jpg. Oh, man. Just so you can see the tweet, I had to see something I didn't want to see. It was a parody account, but still funny.
Yeah, it's funny.
I'm gonna clear out my cookies and my internet history for the past hour.
God. I made a mistake. Okay, I have to uninstall Chrome after that. Like,
I have to build a new PC. All new parts. I don't need any of the ghosts of that at Google search following me. Which is honestly a pretty fantastic way to end off this week's podcast.
With BaikenFeet.jpg. Yeah.
BaikenFeet.mov. Yes.
Well, thanks for traumatizing me for the last bit of this episode.
You're welcome, Joe, and you're welcome, listeners. I hope to God none of you have looked up BaikenFeet.jpg. God, I hope so.
Don't make that mistake. I'm begging you. Don't
look up BaikenFeet.jpg. Worst mistake of my life is Peter Griffin running.
Yeah.
I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and you guys are going to catch us for a special bonus segment reviewing the Persona music concert that's happening on Sunday the 12th. So I hope you guys are going to enjoy that. I hope you guys enjoyed the show, and I'll see you guys next week.